Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Hypergamous Journey. I was going to say the Hypergamous channel, but the Hypergamous Journey. And on this channel, we talk about hypergamous dating. Hypergamy is the practice, cultural tradition of dating, and DNA, really, of women to date, marry, partner with a man of a higher social and economic level. Today, I want to talk about a YouTuber who has a channel called Entrepreneurs in Cars. And he came into my feed, my YouTube feed yesterday, last night. I don't know how he got there, but he just came up. And I decided to watch him for some reason. And I believe that the universe is always talking to us. I sound very New York when I say talking. The universe is always talking to us. And when I look at my life through that, coincidences and things like that, it always makes me say, aha, what is the universe? What is God trying to tell me and show me? So anyway, this man came into my feed, and I think the title of it was The Mistakes That Men Make While Dating. And he has mistakes, or he said 9 mistakes or something like that, but mistakes was in capital letters. So he's kind of cute too. So he has a bald head, gray beard. It's kind of full, and he looks like he works out. So he looks to be late 40s, early 50s, or mid 50s. So, I watched him, and he's a white dude. So he looked like he has a little swag to him because, when especially white men, when they don't have any hair, they do the comb over, and they do all kinds of things to keep from just cutting off the hair and to cover the bald spot, and they're really not covering it. So this man just said, away with the hair. And he does a full beard, and you can tell he works out. And I don't know anything about this man, okay, aside from this particular video and what he has in the description box. And I've read some of the comments that the men made. And so the men that I have mentioned on my channel and put in and linked their videos have been Steve Harvey and maybe 1 or 2 Kevin Samuel videos. And like I said, with Kevin Samuel, a lot of the stuff that he said is true about women, and sometimes particularly about Black women. Don't like how he, mashes us down and all that kind of stuff. But, you got to weed through the crap to get to the gems and the jewels, and that can be said for any YouTuber. But this particular man got me because he's saying the same things that women with femininity channels are saying and dating channels are saying about men. So he calls dating multiple women at the same time spinning plates. And to me, it's a good visual because I can see spinning plates. They're on this finger and and you're juggling them and all of that. And if you're really good at juggling, you don't really drop anything, because if you do, then you have a mess of glass all over the floor. So he calls it spinning plates, which is dating multiple women at the same time, non-monogamously. And we call it rotational dating. We call it rotational dating, having more than one man that we're dating at the same time. And he gives the same reason. You don't get emotionally wrapped up in one. Because when you get emotionally wrapped up in one woman, and we get emotionally wrapped up in one man, we can't really see whether or not they're really good for us. Neither gender can see if the person is really good for us, because we start to really want them to be the one. So we put all of our energy and all of our hope into that one man, and the man does the same. So that's a similarity. We call it rotational dating. He calls it spinning plates. He says in his video that you don't tell the woman outright that you're, I can't see you on Saturday because Kathy's coming over. You don't tell her that. That's too much information. And the same thing applies to us. We're dating more than one man. The man who has the number one spot, he might want to see you this Saturday, but the man in the number two spot already asked for it. So you go out with the number two spot, but you tell the number one guy, well, I'm busy this weekend, but I'm free next week. I'm free next Saturday. I would really like to see you. And then you make a date with him. You don't tell him date number two man number one in the number one spot that you're going out with the man in the number two spot. You don't tell him. That's like revealing your hand. So he's saying the same thing to men. You don't tell her you're dating other women on the first date. You don't be exclusive with her until you decide and you have that conversation. And then he says, the YouTuber, Entrepreneurs with Cars, he says, sometimes the woman will bring it up. She'll say, where is this going? And then you can have that conversation. And I'm like, we need to stop doing that. We need to stop doing it, because if the man brings it up, then that's where it's going. If the man brings it up, if he says, where's this going? I like you. I want to take you. I want us to be exclusive. Then we can say yes or no to that. Prior to, we have no leverage. We have no leverage. You have no leverage. You can say, where is this going? And he might tell you the truth, especially in the early stages. That's where you get the most truth out of men, in the early, like within the first month of dating. And maybe you can push you get the most truth in the second month of dating. But after that, But you can ask, what are you looking for? Because that's what I've said on the dating apps, the men that I've met. It's like, well, what are you looking for? But I think I'm going to stop that question, because I feel like it's all a damn experiment, right? It's all an experiment. You can do it this way with this guy and do it another way. Ask this question with that one, and you can decide, I'm not going to ask any of those questions. I'm just going to have fun. And if it gets to that point, he'll initiate it. And it's always better when the man initiates it anyway. If you think back to your previous experiences, it's always better when the man initiates the call. It's always better when he initiates the date, like, when can I see you again? It's always better when he initiates the conversation. It's like, where's this going? I like you. I would like it to go this way, or I would like it to go that way. It's always better, because you know why it feels good? I don't know about you. It feels good to me because it lets me know that he wants me. And everybody wants to be wanted. Everybody wants to be wanted. So it lets me know that he wants me. And as we go on, we can see how genuine it is and how authentic it is or not. Because, ladies, all of it takes time depending on what you want. If you want a one-night stand, no judgment here. If you want a one-day stand, no judgment here. But that's not what I want. I want long-term. So those are a few points that Mr. Entrepreneur has about dating from the male perspective. His clients are male. And he's been on YouTube, I think, for about 10 years now. Lots of followers and subscribers. So I will link his video in the description, but I definitely think it's worth checking out, because you will get to see that men are having a hard time too with dating and finding a woman. And I like the fact that he gives advice for single men who want a relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, and for men who want to marry. He gives advice for them in that video. Now, I don't know, like I said, this is my first time watching this man. This is the only video I've watched, by him. So if you know something that I don't know, please feel free to write it in the comment section. But this video resonated with me because he's discussing the same issues that women have about dating. So it lets me know that we're all in this together and that there is somebody out here for each and every one of us, whether we're a woman or we're a man. The point is to be patient and have fun dating and getting to know yourself as you date. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.